Wait, what? What business would her grace have with the likes of you?
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Literally been playing this game for the past freaking... Who are you, dude? Are you gonna say something smart? That's what I thought. Warrior of Light. Say something smart? That's what I thought. Warrior of Light. Freaking clown. What business would her grace have with the likes of you? It's been a long time. Long time.
It's been 84 years.
It's okay, just...
Alright. I'll probably end up cutting this up. Probably blurring some stuff out. Because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. Anyways, yeah. Here we go. No. Don't you dare freaking leave. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Yo. My dude looks mad stupid. I need to go to the character editor thing and just, because I'm looking stupid. To preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north to heaven's sword. Their hearts filled with hope and eyes fixed heavenward. Whew. Hey YouTube, BEARDZ here, and let me first start off by saying this: I'm really addicted. Again.
Oh my god!
My life problems. The intro you've seen is pretty much clips of literally my reaction of the ending of A Realm Reborn. Wow, just wow. And if you are coming from the other games that you watch that I post, yeah, sorry it's been a while, but you know, I'm a gamer and I kind of play games that I kind of get drawn to and I'm addicted to, and this past couple weeks have literally been Pokemon and Final Fantasy. So no, there's not going to be any Pokemon videos on the channel. Maybe a different Pokemon game, but we won't talk about that. But Final Fantasy, A Realm Reborn at least. I can't talk about the other expansions because I haven't even played them yet. But A Realm Reborn, new player. Yeah, let's talk about it. Alright, so what you're going to see in the background is a raid. So no spoilers and stuff. I'm going to completely stay away from spoilers in this video. So if you're a new player or you're trying to look into going into the game, I'm not going to spoil anything. A little bit about me is I'm a gamer as a whole. That means I pretty much play all games you could possibly think of, from Pokemon to Final Fantasy to Halo to Valorant to all of this and that. I don't cover all games on my channel because I am only one human being and there's no way in heck I can do that.
No.
But I pretty much cover the things that I'm really truly passionate about. Final Fantasy happens to be one of those games. Now, I loved World of Warcraft. I did. I didn't get into too deep into, like, you know, partying and raiding and stuff like that. I did the basic stuff, but I still love the game. But I always wanted something more. I wanted something I could kind of fall in love with, my character, fall in love with the story, fall in love with all those elements. Because World of Warcraft never really gave me that. Most of you could probably relate, where you just go into the game, and you're clicking right through the quest. You're not reading anything, you're not listening to anything. Yeah, I didn't do that with this game. This game, I was following the story, I was listening to everything, I was paying attention to everything, and wow, wow, wow. I never thought I would get so drawn to this game. I tried playing it a while ago when A Realm Reborn got refreshed, you know, because when it first came out, it was just terrible. But when it got refreshed, I tried it. But there was so many things going on in my life that I couldn't really dedicate the time I wanted to play the game. But now with Endwalker literally days away from me recording this video, and if you're from the future, hi. But with Endwalker right around the corner, I thought, you know what, now would be a good time. Let's do this. So I hopped in and I played pretty much from A Realm Reborn, fresh character. I followed the MSQ, main story quest, and I didn't stray off. So I didn't do any other quests except for my job quest, but that was it. Why? Because I wanted to see the experience you would get as a brand new player going into the game, just following the main story quest and all the things you would do. And I gotta say I got notes down here for me because like I need to make sure I stay on track here, because I could probably talk for like a whole 2-3 hours just simply about this game. But I gotta say the story, wow, so freaking good. Like, and I get it's not without its flaws, right? And what do I mean by that? I mean, like, obviously if there was points where it does feel like there's some filler quest in there, but you really draw a deeper connection with the characters of the story, right? Like, I found myself at the end of the game really in shock, you know, about some endings and how things were tying together and how everything was happening. But yeah, the story's really good. I will say that if you're trying to play this game and you're trying to speed through it and stuff like that, yeah, you can do that. But I would firmly suggest, coming from a player like me, which me personally, I'm like that with my MMORPGs. I could really care less too much about the story. I kind of just click through things, right? But I've heard so many people talk about how if you play Final Fantasy, pay attention to story, pay attention to story, pay attention to story, you're gonna love the game even more. So I did that, and I am so happy I did, because now I'm excited. And let me actually say this before I continue. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, because I am gonna be going through my playthrough of Heavensward. Now, I'm not gonna post like the MSQ and the boring bits, you know, just be more entertaining stuff. But I'm gonna be playing through it. I'm gonna be uploading that on my channel. But I want to finish A Realm Reborn, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to hop into the new expansions. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited for Endwalker, and just how everything ties together. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And I'm hopping in at the perfect time, because Endwalker is literally like the finisher for this story, so it's even better. But yeah, alright, let me move on from the story, because if I talk about that anymore, I'm gonna spoil something, and I really don't want to.
Okay.
The gameplay and the interface. Now this game feels a lot more interactive than World of Warcraft, and what I mean by that, I'm gonna draw a lot of comparisons to WoW, because when it comes to other MMORPGs, I spent a lot of time in Phantasy Star. I spent a lot of time in, I don't even know if I can really consider that an MMORPG. I spent a lot of time in WoW, so I kind of compare the two, and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this game's better than that game. I could care less about that, right? Honestly, I could really care less about that. But when it comes to the gameplay, this game feels a little more interactive. I feel like I'm really doing things with my character, and when it comes to how the enemies react and stuff, it's really weird to explain it. You have to really play it to understand. When it comes to WoW, I found myself, when I was fighting enemies, like doing quests and stuff like that, if it was like super late at night, even like kind of late at night, I actually would find myself kind of falling asleep during normal quests and stuff, just because the gameplay was not really like, I felt like I was pressing buttons with no kind of feeling behind the press, if you guys could get what I'm saying. Whereas in this game, I could be doing the simplest, the stupidest quests. go talk to this guy because he's a thief, right? Whatever, right? And have to fight this little rat thing. And I just felt like engaged. I felt like I wanted to do it. I wanted to beat the enemy. I wanted to press that next button. I originally started as a mage, guys. So I started as a mage. Then I went to black mage, which I actually fell in love with a lot. My initial goal at the end was samurai. I wanted to be the samurai. Ever since I seen that trailer, I wanted to be a samurai. Like, just really wanted to be a samurai. But then I started falling in love with my black mage. And then I hit 50, and then I was just like, okay, we're going to go switch to samurai. And then now I'm like really in love with my samurai. I might go back to black mage, but that's another time. But gameplay-wise, it's crazy to feel how the black mage feels and then feel how the samurai feels. So I kind of got both the what is it, mage, I forget what they're called, and the kind of like physical DPS, range DPS and physical DPS, kind of got both aspects of it. And it feels super cool. They feel really different, but they feel both extremely engaging, how you're just trying to set everything up. And mind you, this is coming from a level 50. This is not even coming from an end game player, right? This is all in a realm reborn. So all in all, I would say gameplay for me, personally for me, I would say a 10 out of 10 because it's just so fantastic. And now tying into that, which is the interface, I would say is kind of it's kind of like because in reality, for me personally, I think in the beginning of the game, like, it sucks. It's just so hard to kind of understand how to kind of do things. But then it becomes extremely easy once you start to level up and start to do it more and more, right? Like understanding the map, understanding how to get from point A to point B, reading quests and things like that. These are all natural things in other MMORPGs that you have to deal with. But this game, it felt a little bit harder for me. But then it just kind of clicked. And everything just started coming together, and now it's just super easy to kind of understand what to do, where to go, all this other jazz, and understanding my interface and stuff like that. So I would say the interface, for me personally, terrible in the beginning, but now it's like actually really freaking good and really smooth, and I like how a lot of things are handled. So that's my personal opinion. Now the duties. Now what duties are, they are dungeons, trials, and raids. Now, obviously, when you click duties, they're all separate, so you can queue for your own thing. Let's talk about the dungeons first. The dungeons feel kind of like other MMORPGs, where they feel like dungeons, right? You know, you go from point A to point B, you fight some minions, and then you have a boss, and then you move on, and so and so. But with the gameplay being so fun for me, I feel like the dungeons are a lot more engaging, a lot more fun, just because of the gameplay. And that's huge. Again, because like I said, problems with WoW, even in dungeons, I would be falling asleep because the problem with WoW is like you sit there and you're just pressing buttons. You're pressing buttons, right? And I don't know. That's just a personal thing. Let's talk about trials. Trials are pretty much you fight that one big baddie, right? Now, if you've probably seen trailers, or you've probably seen, just other gameplay of people just kind of dropping into the one zone, and there's one enemy, probably a giant enemy, and yeah, you're gonna fight the big baddie, right? And that's pretty much it. You don't do anything else. You just fight the big baddie. I thought that was really cool. Like, I think that was really cool how some of those fights went down. And it's really, really dope how they change in difficulty. literally, like, the game will go from when you play, for instance, the Ifrit raid or Ifrit trial. When you first play it, it's like obviously normal difficulty, which is really fun, pretty cool, pretty fun and stuff like that. And then you play it later on a harder difficulty, and it's like you actually got to understand like these mechanics and stuff like that. And it's just really dope that the story, so the actual MSQ, forces you to have to do that, which I know some people might not like, but me personally, I loved. Because yeah, it sucks because you gotta sit in a queue and you gotta wait for other people to join and stuff. But when you're in and then you're trying to do that trial, and it's like you're trying to understand those mechanics and stuff like that, and I just like how you're really forced to do that. Whereas in World of Warcraft never forced you to like do a crazy hard raid and stuff like that, or even other MMORPGs don't really force you to do that. So I thought that was really dope. And then later on in the game, you have to do raids. I died a lot. I died a lot in these raids. Probably because I was literally playing the raids at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Because I was really trying to get a Realm Reborn done before freaking and the new expansion and stuff. But yeah, I would say you have to do your research, because there was times that I died that I'm just like, wait, what? How did I die? Which I thought again was really freaking awesome, and I had such a good time with this stuff. The duty feature, I had such a good time with. I did not touch PvP at all. I heard PvP in this game is not that good. But I didn't really want to focus on that anyways. I kind of want to wait for the Endwalker patch and stuff to release the new PvP stuff, because apparently there's going to be like a PvP stuff going into Endwalker, and that's when I want to touch on that. So I will kind of backtrack to PvP and how I feel about it in a separate video. But yeah, so I didn't touch PvP at all. And finally finishing off with, before I end the video here, the story again. Is it worth investing your time into Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn? Personally, for me, my personal answer, I would say yes, most definitely. Especially since I literally only touched the MSQ in my job quest, which was for 2 jobs, the Black Mage and the Samurai. And I touched nothing else. And there's so many other things you can do in this game, in just the Realm Reborn alone, that I would say in that aspect itself is definitely a yes. Second to that, I say it's another yes, because the story was just so fascinating, so good. Now I know a lot of people are not gonna find the story that good, but for me, again, the story got better and better the more I got through the game. In the beginning, it was like, okay, this is pretty cool, you know, this is pretty cool. And then it got from, okay, this is pretty cool, this is pretty cool. Oh.
That's what she said.
And then bam. That's how it felt for me, which drives me more to want to play the game. Gameplay, like I said, so fun. It's just so fun. So yeah, all of that tying in, I would say it's definitely worth it. If you're looking into hopping into Final Fantasy XIV or Realm Reborn in 2021, or if you're from the future in 2022, I would say do it. I mean, they got like what, like a whole month trial thing or whatever to like level 50 or 60. It's super worth it, because by the time you play through your entire trial, you'll already know. At that point, you'll know, like, I like this game. And then if you don't like it, then you don't like it. Then guess what? It didn't hurt you at all. But I would definitely say it's worth it in that regard. And I'm going to end the video there, because this has been a long video. And also, guys, again, I cover a lot of things on my channel, but I'm for sure going to be making this game a big part of my channel. Obviously not like only Final Fantasy, no. But I am going to be going through Heaven's Sword, and just going to be having a good time with it, and hopefully I can get to Endwalker soon. I'm actually really intrigued how this story finishes. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're playing Final Fantasy Endwalker or Final Fantasy 14, go ahead and comment down below and let me know what are your thoughts on this, because man, I didn't think I was gonna get addicted to this game. I really didn't, but it has kind of pulled me in, and now I really don't want to play anything else. So yeah, anyways, peace out.